Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today we're going to talk about a 360 camera. We're going to compare with another camera. We're going to talk a little bit in depth of what this camera has. So first of all, let me bring the camera closer down here so you guys can see it, and I'm going to try to see if I can give you a little bit more information about it. I just got it, haven't messed around with it. We're going to set it up here, and we're going to talk a little bit with the features that this one has compared to other cameras. All right, so let's take a look. So here we are with the Garmin VIRB. It's a 360 camera. We're going to talk a little bit about the feature itself. So, but first of all, we're going to open it up, and you get the camera. Real beautiful camera sitting here. It's as small as a freaking GoPro. It's really small. Now, let me take this here to the side, but there's nothing in the box. So just to let you guys know, I'm going to put this camera here on the feature. That's one of them. GoPro cameras are the same size. This is pretty much really awesome. Two lenses on two different ends. I'm not sure if this is adjustable. I guess it is fisheye adjustable. There's a mic locations here. Another mic location for other assistants. You know, pretty awesome little thing. We're gonna try to record at least a minute on it too. We're not gonna take out the tag because it doesn't belong there. You can take a picture of it, scroll around, and battery goes in the back here. So pretty much you move this to the back, and the battery sits in there. It's housed in there. Not bad. So that's in there. There's no base for it. It comes with it. So you can't just put any kind of base. On the other side is where the cable connection is located. You also have the video transfer, HDMI, mini HDMI here, and then you have a micro SD USB. Micro USB goes in here. It's not the Type C, and then the micro SD card goes in this slot right here. So not bad. Close this sucker. We're gonna put it on the side here. We're gonna bring in more boxes. There we go. All right, so it took a long time to get the damn freaking thing out, but here it is. You get the manuals, okay, and it tells you how to set it up too, and thorough instructions, which mostly nobody reads. They always go to YouTube and see how to instructions. You get the battery itself. The battery is super tiny. Seems like it's about the same size as let's compare it as a GoPro battery. You know, now these suckers don't last a long time if it's like a GoPro. Let me get a GoPro battery. Now here's a GoPro battery compared to the Garmin one. If you guys notice, almost the same size. The Garmin's a little heavier, a little bulkier. It's wider, it's smaller, like in size, you know, if you compare it. So they're about the same size if you put them together, you know, almost. This one, the GoPro battery is smaller than this one. This is the Garmin one. So let's go ahead and get everything out. You get the cable itself for charging the phone or transferring the video. It's not bad. They give you the cable. They give you a handle. This is pretty awesome little thing. They give you a little handle, and on this one it actually opens up as a little 360 camera stand here. It was in there, it's embedded in there. Now this one's almost like a GoPro module. It's basically uses the same modules as a GoPro, so they give you that feature too in case you have a GoPro and you want to do a 360 on it, which is not that bad. You know, it's stretchable here, it grabs on the bottom, and I noticed that this feature is just, it screws in here. That's pretty much what it does. So, and this becomes a handle itself, so I like it. You know, they give you all that in one. Well, for the price you're paying, of course they're gonna give you a couple things. Let's talk a little bit about the features on there, right? So let me give you a little description. This one is rugged. It's a 360 5.7 kilobyte camera with a tripod handheld grip. The camera's a 360. All right, we all know that. Now the battery life, it's up to an hour. It says up to an hour. Waterproof up to 10 meters. Weight, it weighs 160 grams. Height, it's 39 millimeters by 59.3 millimeters. Width, depth is about 69.8. Now on the 360 camera, it has 4 microphones, which we all notice on each side. 4 mics inputs for all of surround sound. In camera stitching up to 4K. It stitches up to 4K. Live streaming, It also does GPS data reality, G-Matrix, right? And voice command. I guess you could record voice command and other features. Now, the Garmin itself, it doesn't say what's the quality. It just says it's a 4K. That's about it. But you know, 4K could be a lot of things. 3800, I believe, it's a 4K. So let's see how good it does. Well, and let's record some of the features, and maybe this will be the next replacement. And compared to the size of the Samsung, let's bring a Samsung size. All right, I'm gonna compare a Samsung size here. Let me move this on the side. Now this is a Garmin one compared to a Samsung. This is a Samsung version of it, and I enjoyed this one. I actually use this one a lot. But this other one here, it looks really well made, very heavy. It has two lenses, just like the Samsung one, but it's larger. And this is not waterproof. This is waterproof, so I kind of like that feature on it. And we're gonna take this off right now. We're gonna see if we could turn it on for a bit and take a couple pictures here. So we're gonna power it up for the first time here. And I'm not sure if they have a module for the phone, but I'm pretty sure they do. So right now it's starting up. I don't have a card. Actually, let me put the card in there. And the way we end up a card, we actually open the side panel of it here, and you place the card basically down. It says so. There we go. Card's in there. And it says American English. Yes, we're gonna say yes. Say okay in the middle. If you guys see it, use English. Push it. I'm just gonna do a camera. It takes 3 seconds. It turns red, and there's a picture. Now we do want to change the mode. In the mode, to change the mode, you go to modes. We do live video, and I'm gonna say okay for the video, and we're gonna start recording. Hit okay. It goes into yellow. It tells you, and it starts recording. So it records. So we go to setup in here. On setup, the first time you're going to do it, you can stitch it far distance. Gives you the distance if you want to stitch far. Voice control, recording light, tones, self timer 2 seconds right now, microphone, system, card. So we're going to go to the card right now, and we're going to format it. Say okay. Formatting will erase everything. Say okay. Or erase everything. That's fine with me. And format card. Yes. Gives you a little arrow. Say okay. It starts formatting your card. SD card formatted. Perfect. We go out. We're gonna go ahead and charge this sucker. We're gonna open it up here. But it there's a button that you push here, but you can just stretch it out, and it goes in there. This thing goes in here, sets up in here, and you could handle this thing, or you could put it on a stand, a tripod. So it kind of took me a while to figure out this thing, and I couldn't record. I kept pushing the settings for moving. If you guys notice, if you go here and you try hit OK, you hit OK, it doesn't change it to the camera mode. It stays there. Let me see if it stays in the camera mode. Right now, if you hit OK, it's going to take a picture of a 365. So that's not the way it's going to start recording. In order to make it record with the actual video camera, what I learned is just you got to hit the side button here, and it starts recording automatically. It starts capturing things like that. So this is, it starts capturing, and the timer goes there. And if you guys see it, it's the side button, which I like this. This is a great feature. You know, you could take a picture anytime you want. You could stop it and take a picture. It does a picture automatically. It turns yellow. So it captures moments. Say you want another picture of something, a UFO or something passes by. Great stuff. The mic, we're gonna have to test it out. I'm gonna put a link here so you guys can see a 365 video of it, a little in depth on it. And then to stop it, you hit back there. This button, it's in red to record, and it's not in red to stop recording. Battery wise, it says it's gonna last an hour. I got 3 hours of videotape in the card right now. So it's the thing that when you purchase this, it does not come with a micro SD card. You have to purchase your own micro SD card, which is probably something that people are not going to understand, because off the bat you can't just get up and go. What I do like about it, a lot of great features on it. GPS coordination, GPS tracking, which is great stuff. So say you're gonna mount this on a car or something like that, you can have this on top tracking everything, which is great. And it's a 4K camera, and it comes with its own tripod and its own handle, and it uses the same features as a GoPro. Man, this is a plus. I like this camera, but the price is a little hefty, little heavy. So if you're gonna buy the Garmin, you got to make sure you're gonna dish out the price compared to a GoPro 7, Hero 7 or something. You know, it's a little pricey. So competitor 360 cameras with the Samsung, the cheap version of the Samsung. You know, the quality of this is a 4K. This you could do 4K, you could do live streaming, but what they don't tell you on this one with the live streaming is that you have to set up your account within your phone. Your phone will be the only way you could live stream. Same thing with this one. The only way you're going to be live streaming is through a connection through your phone. Otherwise, this is smaller, but the quality is 100 times better on this other one. So if you're going to purchase one, if you're going to need it for the projects or something, anything like that, you want to make sure that you have something waterproof for outdoor graded. This is outdoor graded. This is pretty neat. This is not. This comes in its own little bag. You have to make sure you put bubble wrap. You don't want to scratch the lens. You go through all the spaces. This one looks like it's rugged, dropped a couple of times probably, but I won't do that here. I'm not going to do a durability test or anything like that. The only bad thing about this camera is that it has these handles on these stuff. You know, it has the base for it. You lose these, you're pretty much screwed, because if you notice, let me take it off. Let me see if I can take it off. There it goes. And it releases. You have to push it really hard to get it. So there is no base. Let me turn this off. I don't want to waste the battery on this one. So there is no base for it. It's pretty much the battery goes in there. You lose the base, you lose hope of ever finding this thing. You would have to buy another base, and I'm not quite sure if they have it by themselves. But they do give you two of them. One's for the GoPro settings. Like I said, I have plenty of modules for that, for the GoPro, that you could actually put that in there. And then the regular camera mode, which you could, of course, it's a universal. Because you could have this anywhere. You could set it up anywhere. This is really neat. I really like it. Other than that, this module is a little heavy. It looks very durable. It looks like a time lapse is a great system that they have a time lapse. If you want a building to be built and you want to leave this, battery wise, it's gonna be a little hectic because it only lasts an hour. But time wise, with the actual time lapse, it might last a little longer. Now there's another option that you can do on these things, external, which you could put an external power, maybe a power pack too. I haven't tested it out yet. I'm gonna look into it to see how that works, but that would be another option if it does work. And but other than that, it looks really fancy, really heavy duty. I want to see how the stitching goes, how the whole system goes. Now that I've seen the video on it, I like it a lot where this camera itself, it stitches everything automatically. You do not need to edit the video and make it productive where you have to stitch it out. In this case, Samsung uses the software you have to download. It does it automatically stitches, and you have to go through some steps. It's a little complicated to do, but this one automatically stitches the whole video itself. It's automatically codes the whole thing. The only thing I didn't like was the mic itself. I thought it was going to capture a little more louder. It didn't capture as loud as I want, but it's enough. Where you're going to use it for, mostly for videotaping and pictures and other stuff, time lapse. It's a great object. I like it that you don't have to use a third party where you have to, all you have to do is connect it to the USB. It's very simple. You connect it to a USB, open the USB, connect it, turn it on. It will start asking you for USB transfer, and you go into your computer. It shows up as a hard drive, and you're set to go. I like that. Same features with the Samsung, but you have to do a lot more to get the video quality that this one has. Now the quality of the video is a little bit pixelated in certain areas, but you're not going to get the high-end quality of all these things, especially coming from objects like this small right now. We're not there yet. It's going to get there. There's still some pixelation here and there. The only thing I really like about it that you couldn't even see the freaking line where it starts cutting out. When this hand is only, obviously they're going to see a lot of it when you're working, especially if you're not familiar with how to stitch the applications together, the video tapes, you're gonna have a lot of problems. Now, there's a lot of Adobe Premiere applications that do have a little features here and there, some plugs. But it's a learning curve on this one. Now, if you're not familiar, there is a codec that automatically transfers the stuff. YouTube, if you're gonna upload the video, YouTube will automatically stitch the stuff too. Now, when you it gives you options how to upload it into a 365. Now, this one you don't have to do anything. You just grab the file, transfer it down, and ready to go. So I'm gonna show you a little video on it, maybe a couple seconds before you see it, and just look around, see what you guys think. If you guys like what you guys see, make sure you guys subscribe to upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and we are out.